Give me an M. Give me an O.
O?
Give me a T.
T?
What do you have? M-O-T.
Ministry of Transport?
No.
No, what?
Motion of thanks.
Oh, motion of thanks. Yes, of course. Yeah.
3 consecutive days of...
Whether or not they should thank the chief executive. I don't know why I don't know.
Nobody wants to thank him, and they call it the motion of thanks.
I know, and they do it every year, and it's always
hypocritical motion of thanks.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, isn't that his job to do the policy address? Why does there have to be a
It's
motion
almost
of
like
thanks?
the motion of damn, you know?
Yeah, it's. I don't really understand this. You don't see it in other places.
Yeah.
I have no idea where it came from. This whole motion of thanks thing in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Do you know the origins of it?
I don't.
No, neither do I. Like you go to.
But such hypocritical things.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like a colonial
handover or hangover.
Yeah,
hangover from the handover.
Yeah.
You
have to thank the governor or something like this.
And
but now, nobody thank the chief executive. It's not the motion of thanks anymore.
No, it becomes a big slanging match.
It's the motion of torture.
Yeah.
M-O-T for torture.
It really is. It really is.
So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens there. What I did want to talk about today, though, was one of the cover story from the last Harbour Times.
All right.
Okay, I want to talk about, we're just going to...
It's related to the government
Is today the last day of Chinese New Year?
No.
When's the
Valentine's Day?
Oh, tomorrow.
No,
got
Friday.
It. Oh, Friday. Okay, got it.
You're not a romantic person.
These are still going.
You're not a romantic person.
No. My wife's very practical, even though it's like
you're just in love with politics. You see.
That's it. Politics never says.
Okay, we can talk about government. Okay.
So Lycée for the civil service. Yes, my other partner.
All right.
So Lycée for the civil service. So what is in the future for the civil servants?
Yep.
In terms of pay, in terms of benefits, in terms of pension, all these things, in terms of the working experience of the civil servants, because they're losing a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
The workload is increasing.
Mm-hmm.
The salary is not going to change all that much.
Yes.
But the working conditions are apparently becoming
much
worse.
And nobody thanks them.
Nobody thanks them. Yeah, there's no MOT for them.
Nobody thanks
them. But as a former civil servant yourself, you probably have some idea of what was going on the inside. Mm-hmm. But, we talked to a lot of people, and one of the things they said was that there's a lot of misallocation of resources. This is a big concern now. Too many people in some areas, not enough in others. And the areas where they don't have enough people are overworked. They feel like they can't get the job done. It leads to people being assigned to things they have no experience in and being asked to pick up the slack. Not everybody's an AO. Not everybody can do that. So I think it's going to be interesting to see if the government is able to get its act together to address some of these issues and reform, what's going on in the civil service.
Yeah, part of the problem, my take, is that because the civil servant system basically is designed in the early 80s.
Okay.
In the early 80s. Because of the McLeod's reform, and that was the 70s, and then in the 80s it's become something really big.
Yeah.
And then after that, then it's the handover.
Yeah.
So the system is designed 30 years ago.
Yes.
To handle issues. 30 years ago.
30-year-old issues, and 30-year-old structures and
30 years old structure, and because during these 30 years there are many new issues.
That have come up.
But they are still using the same human resources, and it is very difficult to add headcounts. To tackle new resources.
Yeah.
Because by handling new issues, you have to set up new departments, like the Environment Protection Department. They try to do something very big, but it's always difficult for a government system. Because you have to cut off old positions. And it is very difficult to cut off old positions, and which makes opening up new openings
a little tough.
That's why some people work their heads off.
It becomes
because they just have a tiny team to handle bigger and bigger.
The issues get bigger, but the resources don't.
That's one of the main problems we are facing.
So this is it. A lot of the concerns with a lot of the civil servants themselves, though, is that in some ways they have become the ugly stepchild of reform, in that there are other things like universal suffrage and things that always get the spotlight. And the concern is that there will never be time for reforms that will significantly impact their working lives, their prospects, and so this is a concern.
The problem is, I think most of the administrators are very good at budget cuts. But they are not innovative enough to create prospects for the civil servants. So you have the downside and the low morale, which they are very good at handling. I mean, change management, they call it. But at the same time, they do not create new prospects, which will lower the morale as well.
Well, and then you get into a spiral of low morale, more people leave, more work for the people who remain, more people leave, you know. But we'll see if we can get some focus on that in the next little while, and hopefully we played a part in getting that some attention.
2 keywords for you to choose: misallocation,
okay, good
or let's say morale. But M&M. How do you?
I'm always an upbeat guy. Let's go with morale.
Morale,
yeah. Morale could be up or down. You know, I tend to be on the up.
Misallocation, cause morale issues.
Can cause morale issues.
M&M.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Cheers.